She could have gone to the phone. She could have gone around the house, snuck through the
Have
bitch.
you heard of Stockholm syndrome? I'm just
Never heard of that bitch because she was stalking his home.
We need to
That's the syndrome.
We need to say this energy. I love it.
Welcome to another episode of Diva Court.
We in this.
With me is I'm your host, Marsha, first of all, because she in this. Threw me all off. It's like, what is going on here? But I'm your host, Marsha, and with me is my co-diva,
Zaina.
Let's get back to business.
All
Smith.
right. Oh my gosh, can we let that go? No.
No, we can't.
Okay.
That's part of this gig. Okay, people. Now, we are not responsible for the things we're going to say.
Or do we now believe what Marsha says?
Because she believes everything
Because
says.
she's a great lawyer.
She's very smart. That's why you have to believe what she says.
Don't believe lawyers, but they're good at what they do.
No, there's a difference between lawyers and liars. She's a lawyer, not a liar.
Well, there it is. Whoop.
And guess what? We're not responsible for them feelings.
Yes. Or are we liable? So don't be having your attorney sending us cease and desist.
Oh, you have attorneys, listeners? I thought Diva Court was their attorneys.
They should
You get
be.
your legal advice here. No, you don't.
No,
get
you
your
don't.
Entertainment here.
Don't
okay?
get your legal advice here. You'll be all the way locked up.
This is not legal advice, okay? Let's make that crystal clear to our listeners. But we don't own the rights to anything we're going to talk about.
We sure don't.
Because this show is for what?
Entertainment
purposes only.
Yeah.
So don't get it twisted going out there telling everybody you got your advice from Diva Court. You did not. Now, make sure you look for our episodes every Wednesday.
Yes,
Don't
Wednesday.
forget to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Look for us on Spotify,
Spotify,
Apple Podcasts.
Google us.
I said Apple.
Apple.
And Google Podcasts. You know, this diva's hard to control.
Hey.
Be sure to check us out.
I
I need to find a baby. Okay?
A babysitter.
A babysitter. For this baby. This diva baby.
Hey, I am.
Don't forget to look for us on YouTube. We're on YouTube every Wednesday.
Yes.
Pushing out a new video. We know you want to see us while you're hearing us.
Cayenne pepper's here.
Cayenne pepper just needs to be put some salt.
If I'm cayenne pepper, can you be like Hawaiian sea salt?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I could just be normal.
I doubt that. I doubt that.
We're just gonna have to
We're
be
not going to
normal.
get through this introduction.
I know it's hard to be normal with this chick. I mean, good Lord. This diva will not allow me to start this show for my listeners.
Go ahead and start it.
Father God, we have a sponsor.
Sponsor.
Thank God, despite this diva, Hey Curl, has not left us. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, Hey Curl. They have a survey, ladies. If you're struggling with your hair, make sure you go check out the survey. And when you check out the survey, they're going to give you a free sample.
Yes.
Use your free Diva free code to make sure you get your free samples at heycurl.shop. Click the link to the description. Click the link in the description. Don't forget to click the link in the description. That's how you're going to do your survey. That's how you're going to get your free samples. Use your Diva free code at heycurl.shop. I love Hey Curl products.
It's awesome, right?
I love it. That leave-in conditioner, I cannot say enough about that. I've used a lot of conditioners, and leave-in conditioner for Hey Curl, it takes the cake.
Listen, as y'all can see, she cut off her hair, and I put that hair curl just to slick it down, put my do-rag on, and I was good to go.
A do-rag.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Black girls know what do-rags are. Can we explain to everybody else who's not a black
Explain to
woman?
the listeners what a do-rag is, because it's a do-not rag for me.
Okay, so I'm going to go into this camera right here.
Go ahead, do your solo.
Listen, a do-rag is something that all women who have hair should put on at night. You can either put on a silk scarf or you can put on a do-rag. If you have short hair, you probably want to put on a do-rag so it can lay it down. You put a little product on it, you take it off. Voila, your hair is amazing. So it's a hair protector thing.
You just said every woman. Does white women hair have to
White
be protected
women,
by do-rag?
they need to, maybe not a do-rag because their hair is,
Okay.
not to say all white women's hair is long, but for the most part they have longer hair. Satin scarf, satin pillowcase, satin cap.
Oh,
There
so
you go.
protect your hair at night.
Protect your hair at night.
HeyCurl.shop.
Woo.
Check it out.
There it is.
Let's get this show crunk. Lieutenant Governor, or should I say lunatic governor, in Texas has gone on to what the conspiracy network, which is Fox News, and stated that the reason the COVID virus has spreaded and has caused a pandemic in this country is because black people who normally vote Democratic have not been vaccinated. What's your take on that lunacy?
I definitely agree.
Father, give us strength.
And here's why. I agree because think of it.
Did you check the numbers before you agreed?
Well, let me just go
Oh, I'm
with my
sorry. This
theory.
country is not about numbers. We're just about conspiracy theories.
We going
go
by
right
my-
ahead.
let me go with my
Explain
theory.
to your listeners
Yes.
what's your theory.
So this is what happened, right? The majority of people who are unvaccinated are white, okay? However, those people were waiting for the experiment to be done on the black people. But black people said, not this time. I know about Tuskegee and the syphilis.
Oh my
I will
word.
not be victim in this situation. They went to Africa to try to give it to them. The Africans say, oh, no, don't take that over there somewhere. So we have decided to stand strong and not be the guinea pigs in this situation. And that is why it is black people's fault, because we were not going to be just
So let me ask you
all
a question.
willy-nilly about this.
Have you realized that they said, they meaning medical providers, Kaiser Foundation did a survey and said that black people are not responsible, that the larger number of people who are unvaccinated are white people.
I agree. They were waiting for the black people to get it to see if they
Oh,
were going
I see
to
the connection
survive.
now.
Yes.
It's the black people's fault that they wouldn't take the vaccine.
Exactly.
And the white people who wouldn't take the vaccine, that are a larger number, were waiting on the black people
Yes.
to be the guinea pigs in the
There you
experiment.
go.
And because the black people refused to be the guinea pigs, the white people never got vaccinated.
She can see through all my craziness.
Let me tell you something. That's cold, fifi. That's as cold fifi as it gets. You have got to be kidding me. First of all, listeners,
Did you like how I did that though?
I like that foolery.
Can we drink to that?
No.
I'm gonna drink myself.
She gonna have to smoke by herself and drink by herself. Because I'm not endorsing that buffoonery that black people is at fault for something they did not do. Okay? Let's get to the bottom of that foolishness. Sir Lieutenant Governor, hopefully you're watching. Hear me now.
Here.
Red states is where they're not doing vaccination. Red supports your Republican people, okay? Blue supports the Democrats. There's a donkey and there's a jackass. There's an elephant and there's still a jackass in that elephant. We really need to change mascots. And the Republicans need to take on the jackass and let the Democrats take on the elephant. I don't know how that got mixed up. Or maybe it was
You know
at
why?
one time.
You know why that the Democrats are jackasses?
Because they allow more Democrats to join the party like you.
Oh no, I'm not with y'all.
What are you, independent?
I am an independent libertarian. That means
She an
you can't
independent-
pin me down, boo.
She's an independent librarian.
But it's because they be selling you all those dreams and they just, boop, you know how the jackasses kick you?
Kick it to the curb.
They kick you to the curb. And that is why the Democrats
tell
are
you
the
something.
jackasses.
I'd rather some party any day tell me they're going to try to help me than a party that tells me I'm not going to do it.
Well, at least you know, but
no.
that's what
I'm
you
not
know.
doing a damn thing for you.
Do you know why the Republicans are the elephants?
Would you hire me if I came to your house and said I'm a house cleaner and I'm not going to do a damn thing up in here?
No. But if I wouldn't want to hire you
So-
if you said, I'm a house cleaner, I will do a great job. You show up, I pay you, and then you still don't do nothing.
No, you may not be happy with the job I did
You
after you pay me, but at least the only reason you hired me because you had some hope that I was going to clean the house properly. How are you going to tell me?
Oh, not in the Marsha Mignot Law Group. That could never happen. You would rather have someone tell you I suck and you don't hire them than I'm great. And
No,
then
but this is not the fact pattern, ma'am. Let me give you the fact pattern
give
again.
me
I look like
she
I
go
led
with that
you
lawyering.
astray.
That lawyering.
There are two housekeepers. One that says, if you hire me, I'm not going to do a damn thing to
Right.
clean this house. The other housekeeper says, I'm going to do my best to make sure it's spick and span. And when you come in here, you're going to love it. Who are you going to hire?
Well, I will look at the reviews.
Oh my God. You're going to go to Yelp?
I'm going to the reviews.
Oh, you're going to need help if you decide
I'm going to
that
the-
those two statements were made to you
Right.
and you still don't know.
But see, this-
you still need help. You need help.
But see, this is the difference. Is that we know you're now, okay, I hired the person who said, I'm gonna do a great job. And I walk in and my house don't smell like nothing but trash because you didn't take the trash out and you left it sitting there. So now I'm like, okay, so then you come back and you think you should keep the job? No, I'm firing you. And that's the problem. You
So let
gotta
me ask you a
fire the
question.
Democrats.
You fired that maid or helper or housekeeper, and you're going shopping again. And the two that show up, once again, the other one says, pay me. You're going to smell like trash. There'll be baby poop all over this house. Diapers will be on the counter. The kitchen will be a mess. I'm not doing anything for you. You're rapists. You're robbers. You're not shit. And the other one comes and says, I'm going to do a great job for you. Could you please let me have the job? I will clean and I will cook. You still going to hire
I'm gonna hire
from the person
from
who
the person.
promises.
Yes, that they're gonna
Thank
do a
you,
good
ma'am.
job.
That's why people
I'm
keep
not
voting
finished.
Democrat.
No, I'm not finished. Then I hire them. And then again, they do a terrible job. So then when the next group of people come, I'm like, why are y'all calling me? I'm going to just do it myself.
Okay. So you running for office?
So they can take me out. They not about to Martin Luther King me.
So you're not running. Okay. So nobody's cleaning this
So
house.
I'm about to, I'm going to buy me an island and set up my own government.
I'm going to have my own country.
I'm going to have my own
I'm
country.
leaving this country. This diva's leaving. She's packing her bags. You know Kofifi was going with you. He said if he
No,
lost,
he can stay his
ain't
ass
left
where he
yet.
at.
He
can
did
stay-
say if I lose the second term, I'm leaving. Is he not gone?
When he said term, he mean the second time he run to, after he lost. He knew he was losing.
He said, not this term. I mean the second term. Losing the second time. I didn't lose the second time yet.
But you know what? Again, the lieutenant governor, he was on to something.
That man was on crack. That's what he was on to, allegedly.
I do blame the Democrats.
You know, that's irresponsible. You know, this country is really going to pots. When you think about the fact that somebody in such a high, principalities and powers in high places, for all my Bible readers.
Ephesians 6:10.
Hey, for somebody to be in that high of a position, with that level of authority over that many citizens, to get on a national network and speak so irresponsibly and recklessly with such a racist comment, and there be no backlash. That man should be out of his job yesterday. But no, Cuomo is.
I think he was telling the truth. I just think he didn't tell the whole
He's not telling
truth.
the truth.
No,
the numbers show that white people are a less vaccinated population than blacks are. Stop the foolishness.
That's not the part that I think he was telling the truth about.
What the truth is.
The waiting part. I feel like he didn't tell the whole story. The reason why they're not getting vaccinated is because they didn't see the blacks get
That's
vaccinated.
not true. They're still getting vaccinated. If he wants to say they're vaccinated at a higher level than whites, but there's still a lot of them that's not getting vaccinated, he still wouldn't have a point.
I think you just missing my funny point.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's supposed to be
fun.
It was just to go on my theory of
Buffoonery.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She was just saying, hey, I got to have something.
Listen, it is a deep state out here.
Texas is a deep place. That's the deep state right there.
Yeah,
Texas
but
is
yeah,
a
he
deep
was wrong
state.
for that. He shouldn't have said that.
You can't say that. You can't say that, sir. That's irresponsible.
Yeah.
That's reckless. You have people that is in your country that are not learned. That means can't read and write. that were going to believe you.
And who is out here screaming at people talking about, I'm not wearing a mask, it's not freedom.
It's all the people that I've seen yelling at medical providers and screaming, let my children die, is white people.
Yeah.
Going up to the schools and saying, don't mandate masks, don't mandate nothing, stop muzzling the children.
Yeah.
Although the children are dying at a higher rate now that they're back
eyes
in
and
school,
stuff.
spitting in people's face. It's your white people, sir. I don't know if you've seen the footage, but go look and believe your lying eyes instead of your lying lips. We're not going to believe that foolishness, and I think it's reckless, and I think you should stop. And we give you a big pants on fire.
Yes, because you're a liar if you didn't pick that up.
Sorry, sir. Goodbye.
Sorry, not sorry.
All right, Operation Washout. Ladies and gentlemen, listeners, there's Operation Washout that happened in Baltimore, Maryland. 93, what they call fugitives in this story, was arrested. First of all, I have a problem with the word fugitive.
Right.
Because they talked about warrants that were issued that they executed. Now let's talk about the difference between a warrant being issued for someone and someone being a fugitive.
Right.
If a judge issues a warrant for your arrest for an offense that they believe you've committed, you're not a fugitive. If I arrest you, let you out on bond, and it's time for you to come to court, and you fail to come to court, and I have to look for you and bring you back, that means you were a fugitive. So I'm concerned about this story, and I'm not concerned about the story from the Baltimore perspective. I'm concerned about the story from the media's perspective.
Girl.
When you write an article, people, please make sure that you are careful when you have a country that is, one, this divided,
Yes.
and two, full of that many ignorant people. You must be careful because you're learned, or at least you're supposed to be. If you're not, then I can't save you. But if you're learned and you're supposed to be writing an article, be careful that you're not using inaccurate words, because people are hanging on every single word you push out there.
Right.
Now let me ask you a question. 93 fugitives
Where they come
in
from?
Baltimore.
Where they come from? Where they come from?
What is going
Them
on
warrants must have dust on them.
in Maryland?
They got dusty warrants.
Did you peel the cobwebs off of these warrants? Jump in your vans
And said, ride them up,
and
cowboys.
ride to 93 houses.
How many, police officers was with you?
Crazy.
And if these are arrests, some of these people are, not everybody's guilty. So you rounding up possibly innocent people with a SWAT team, depending on what you think that the crime is.
But here's the sad part. In this country, we love to get out our American flag and sing America the Great. Are you not innocent until proven guilty?
Right.
No. You're guilty until proven guilty. That's the new country that we live in. That's the judicial system that we live in. Have you ever been arrested and said, listeners, I know you're out there, you've been arrested, you live in America. We incarcerate most of our population. In fact, the word on the streets is that every 3 seconds, somebody in America is arrested.
Wow.
Not every 3 seconds we feed somebody in America, but we incarcerate them. Have you ever been treated as if you were innocent until proven guilty?
Yes.
You treated as if you're guilty without the evidence, without the first piece of evidence
Right.
even being presented. And that's sad. That's big time reform needed. Stop treating people as if they're guilty before you prove them guilty.
Are there expiration dates on arrest warrants?
Well, there's
do you have 30 days? What is the?
There's not an expiration date on an arrest warrant. An arrest warrant, listeners, expires, if you could use such a word recklessly, when a person is arrested. Okay? So either I arrest you or when a judge issues an order recalling the warrant.
Okay.
So you know a judge can recall a warrant. A judge can issue a warrant and then find out, oh, this officer lied, or I don't think there was probable cause, or something is wrong with this warrant. I'm going to recall it. If you're fortunate enough for it to be recalled before you were taken into custody, then you don't actually get taken into custody.
So these police officers, somebody obviously was just sliding arrest warrants in a drawer. If
you had 93 of them sitting there dormant with dust on them, they must have been in somebody's drawer. Hold on a
Scotty
second.
Johnson,
Yeah,
Trevor.
everybody in a truck.
let's go.
In in the paddy wagon.
Or y'all just been letting bench warrants go without like.
Well, they
these
could say
fugitives.
COVID. We had these warrants sitting in 2020, but we couldn't execute them because we were afraid that COVID would spread. So
you're more scared of COVID than you are of this murderer murdering someone else.
That's correct.
Or you're more scared of COVID than you are of this rapist.
He can't
raping
murder
someone
anybody
else.
because we have a quarantine and he's supposed to be in the house.
Oh, because
So he's not going to come
he
out.
follows the rules.
He's a good murderer.
he follows the
He
rules.
killed one person and he said, "Hey, COVID, I'm sorry.
I'm staying in the house.
We're gonna pause murders for right. We're on a murder pause
Well, according to Keisha Lance Bottoms, that's why the crime went down because
everybody was in the house.
She might be
have
on
a point.
something. Can we drink to that? Because we was on point with that one. Bloop.
Oh, speaking of Keisha, you think she gonna run for governor
I'll vote for Keisha over Stacey.
any day? Can it be today? I'm
She
sorry.
ain't gonna win.
You know what? I think she's coming.
coming where?
Coming for Kemp.
Coming from Kim? You
Yeah.
think she gonna run against Stacey?
I don't think Stacey's gonna run. Stacey realized that fair fight putting money in that fair fight.
So she's a corrupt.
Hey,
She's corrupt like
she
the
said,
rest
"Hold
of
on a second. Look at God. Won't he do it? I thought I wanted to be governor.
them. Do I want to make 100?
And I realized
or do I want to get these
There's
millions?
money in them there being fair fights than in being governor. I don't know. I don't smell her running.
You don't. See
I
her running.
think she likes to be able to scrutinize than to be scrutinized.
How is she gonna overcome the police situation?
She can overcome that.
You think
That crime rate is increasing in every state across this country. Keisha don't have a problem with that.
Well,
Let me tell you something.
Wait. Before you tell us something, to be quite honest, I mean, it's increasing under Kemp because Atlanta is
He's the
in
governor.
Georgia.
He's the governor. He's the governor.
So-
You the governor of the state. If
so
it's
we both
increasing
had-
anywhere, it's
So
the governor's
come for
fault.
me if you want to. We both.
We
had
can talk about the
ours.
fact that you're a governor.
Right.
And if I were the governor, I'd be able to assist with legislation at a better rate than I can as mayor of the city.
Right.
I can't do nothing as the mayor
I can't even tell my people in Atlanta
Not
that
to
they
wear
have to wear a
masks.
mask.
because you keep mandating that I can't do it. So how about I get to be governor and I'm gonna mandate masks in every county?
And
Let
bring
me
down
have it because
COVID.
Kemp don't understand it. Your people are dying. Your children are
She
dying.
can run over. She can. Honestly, she could probably run with her COVID numbers.
Of course, I can help you with COVID. This governor is not going to help you. He doesn't want teachers to put on masks. He doesn't want children to put on masks. He's mandating that nobody can do it for private businesses. So put me in his seat. Where you going? You trying
Because-
to drink in the middle of my... I mean, she trying to sneak a drink on camera. Who does that?
You know what? I was thinking like I'll drink to that, but then I started thinking like mandating. You wasn't gonna say mandating vaccinations, were you?
No,
Okay,
no,
just
she's
masks.
not going to mandate vaccinations.
Okay.
She knows masks work. You understand? And she knows that vaccines are another level. It's asking someone to put a product in their body
Yeah.
that she can't guarantee is not going to cause death. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't see her going to the level
Okay,
of
so
them
I
having-
can drink to that then.
We can drink to Keisha.
Keisha for governor.
Governor.
Send this to Keisha, producer. We just gave her a platform. Tell her she can thank us
How long
later.
this drink going to take?
Oh,
This is supposed to be a sip.
okay.
Keisha Lance Bottoms for governor, please.
Oh, there it is.
Governor Kemp, exit, stage left.
Yeah. Long as she don't
Bye.
mandate them vaccinations, I'm good.
She's not gonna mandate vaccines.
Okay.
I don't see her going to the medical level. You understand what I'm saying? Think about how that could backlash if she mandated vaccines and then people who started getting vaccines were starting becoming ill or they started the numbers started coming in because it's new. Remember, it's new, people. It's new. The numbers started coming in as to what the long-term effects of the vaccine are, and then instead of this many people having long-term effects from it, you're increasing the likelihood if you mandate it. I don't see her mandating vaccines.
Okay.
I don't. They don't mandate the flu vaccine.
Yeah.
I don't see her mandating a vaccine. I see her mandating a mask because she knows a mask can't kill you, just like a seatbelt can't. You
Right.
understand? It can only help.
I go with that analogy with the mask.
No, she's gonna mandate masks, and
Yeah.
she's gonna help the teachers, and she's gonna help the school, and I hope that's why she's stepping down. And a lot of people thought she was stepping down, and she
But
was
she's
like,
literally stepping
"No,
up.
but remember what her statement was when
What was her
she
statement?
said this resignation is not from a position of weakness; it's from a position of strength."
Well, there it is.
She is strengthening her campaign to come for you, because remember, she still has an opportunity to put her hat in the ring.
You just put Kemp on notice.
Sir, we're coming for you.
Whoop, there it is.
Keisha Lance Bottoms for governor. Kemp, stage left. Thank you, because we need masks to save the people and the children. Stop hiding the numbers and tell the people that people are actually dying. Because if you hide the death, does that mean the person didn't die? No, they died. All right, back to our story about the
Wait,
93.
before we go, you think they should shut down the state again? You know how they was shutting down jobs and stuff? You think they should do that again?
They have the money. Go print some more. Shut it down if we need to shut it down. Save the people, put the checks in the bank, and let's get back to business after we get this thing under control. There's no reason. Let me tell you something. The only reason people want to stay open is because the mortgage company is still asking for their money. The only reason people really risk their lives on the front line to go to grocery stores and pack shelves is because people are saying, "Hey, we got to eat." You understand? So if you were to say, "All right, we're gonna do this thing responsibly. Grocery stores are gonna open. We're gonna have this many people into the grocery stores because people have to eat."
So we're going to have like a grocery line?
No, not a line. We're not doing lines. We're not doing lines. You know, they do days of the week for the elderly. You remember they were doing that? They were saying between the hours of, you know, early morning, we're going to let the elderly people come in and do their shopping. And we don't want anybody young because y'all can spread it and y'all can handle it better if you catch it. So we could do those. We have enough smart people in America. I'm telling you, no matter how many dumb people you come across in this country, there really are smart people with great ideas. What they don't want to be is attacked. So they usually don't run for the position of authority because they know people are going to nitpick and come after them and their family is going to be at risk. So some people are like, it's not worth the risk of being attacked and nitpicked and scrutinized regarding trying to help people. People called Obama a terrorist and a Muslim.
People are whack.
People are crazy. But then when you have all these platforms where individuals can get on and just recklessly say things like black people is the reason why the pandemic
wasn't even a platform. It was the whole news organization.
Yeah.
It's beyond ridiculous.
Jeez, but I get back to the 93 warrants that we dusted off and went out and arrested all those people. I just don't understand. Baltimore, you're not alone. The article talked about how the crime rate was going up and they had to crack down. It's going up in every jurisdiction.
Right.
But it's connected to the economy. If people feel helpless and hopeless, they have no reason not to go reckless.
Right. So they just out here raping and stuff.
Hopeless, helpless equals reckless. The homicide rate is going to go up. People are on edge.
But what about the raping?
Well, the rape, to be honest with you, I don't think the raping number is even what they're concerned about. And the reason the homicide rate is going up, because if I'm on edge, every little thing sets me off. Well, let's talk, Republicans, about the gun control. Oh, we don't want that either. We want anybody to be able to get a weapon, whether they're crazy, whether they're not. We don't want the checks. We don't want the balances.
Because our American Constitution allows us to, right?
I can carry arms anywhere I want to. We're not saying you can't bear arms, baby. We're just saying let's be responsible about how you get to bear arms.
Right.
And let's be selective regarding who gets to bear arms.
Right.
If you're crazy, you shouldn't be bearing arms, okay? Because you're putting everybody at risk. It's funny how they'll deny a bond in court because you're a flight risk. But they don't want to deny you a gun because you're crazy.
No, Your Honor, don't give him a bond. He's a flight risk.
Is there a difference between bail and bond? Is it the same? Just
Well,
words?
yes, there is a difference between bail and bond. But we're not going to talk about that. Warrant 93, this chick always want to go off on some topic, take us out in left field. We're not going there.
Why can't we just go there right quick?
We can't go there right quick because we're talking about 93 warrants that were dusted off, executed in Baltimore, Maryland. Plus, I'm ready to talk about what you don't want to talk about. Robert
we
Kelly.
can definitely talk about that.
Let's go there.
He need his bail and or bond revoked.
And or rebond.
Or rebound. He need to rebound his ass back into the jail.
They never took him up.
Well, that's good.
How about this, gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen. Let me get real close to my mic because I don't want y'all to miss nothing.
Please don't.
R. Kelly is currently on trial in federal court. For what? Racketeering. I'm sorry, I thought racketeering definition requires more than one person. Racketing.
Can you explain to the people what racketeering
Okay,
is?
racketeering is this is a statute that was designed for the mafia, the mob. Because with the mob,
a sex mob.
is that what it is? So where are the other defendants at the sex mob defense table? I only see one defendant. Can y'all go get the rest of the
It's like George Floyd. They're doing one at a time.
No.
They're chosen?
They asked to be separated,
Oh, okay.
but they are charged. In this
Okay.
situation, there's nobody else charged other than R. Kelly.
Maybe they're star witnesses.
Star what? Starring in the sex tapes that they helped create?
Starring and bringing R. Kelly down.
How you gonna start? Racketeering is to bring all y'all rackets down.
But so, finish explaining what racketeering
Okay, so
is.
racketeering is, this is a mob, this is a group of individuals that have agreed and conspired to commit these crimes, and that's why they created the racketeering statute, because they wanted to bring everybody down at the same time. You
Right,
understand?
so maybe the manager and the group B manager and this person and all these people that they're saying help participate in R. Kelly's sex trade, maybe they're testifying against R. Kelly.
Ma'am.
So you can't. So they're
Ma'am.
testifying, even though they were a part of the crime and they conspired together, allegedly. You can't charge one person with racketeering.
Let me help you with that. The feds
Right.
did not charge them. Racketeering is supposed to be for you to charge the group, so you can
Okay.
shut down the mob,
Okay.
okay? The sex mob, like you're saying. But if you shut down just the mob boss, they just
Okay.
put another leader in that spot the next day.
Okay.
And the sex mob continues.
Okay.
The goal of racketeering is to shut down the
whole
operation
operation.
completely, with all players charged and all players facing time.
Okay. All right. Makes
Long
sense.
time. Time that they never come back.
They just threw the kitchen sink at him, didn't they?
Let me tell you something.
They should-
If you had to watch a documentary to come up with why you think that R. Kelly should be arrested after donkey years have passed and alleged 16, 19, 21-year-olds are now 40-year-olds or 30-year-olds, I have a problem with that. People.
But what about the girl who testified?
Okay, this young lady took the stand in this case and said that she lied to R. Kelly initially and told him that she was 16.
Mm-hmm.
No, she told him she was 19. She
Right.
told him she was 19.
Right.
And she was actually 16. And that she eventually confessed or unlied.
Mm-hmm.
She lied and then she unlied to R. Kelly.
She told him she was, and then she told him.
And then she said, I'm 16.
and a virgin.
And I'm a virgin.
Yeah.
And R. Kelly says, well, act like you're 21.
Wait.
Wait. Why would I act like you're 21? How that number come up?
I
Why
believe-
couldn't he say, this is why I don't believe it.
Mhm.
You believe it, right?
I believe black women.
I believe truthful black women. Lying ass black women can have a seat somewhere.
I believe she's 16.
No,
Go
she's
ahead.
30 something lying about.
I'm talking about
What
back in the day. Marcia, I know that
Okay,
you.
before I lose my train of
Go
thought,
ahead.
because this diva like to go astray. Okay, first of all, this young lady says, I was 19. She tells R. Kelly she was 19.
Right.
This is a story, but she was actually 16. And then her testimony is R. Kelly said to her when he found out her real age,
Mhm.
act like you're 21. Okay, first of all, that's not corroborated. Think about this. If you said you were 19 and that makes you legal, why would the man up the age to 21? Wouldn't he say act like you're 20, act like you're 19?
Because
Because the prosecution probably assisted allegedly with
I was
making
thinking
sure.
maybe 21 because she would be allowed to drink. Because if she was 19, she wouldn't be able to drink. And they probably was partying and they thought she was 19 and there was somebody responsible there that's like, oh, you can't have a drink. So act like you're 21.
No, but here's the thing: the allegation
See
is
how
not.
I did that,
the
y'all?
No, we didn't see how you did that. That's crazy. The allegation is not that they took her into a club and she was 19.
I mean, the club was at R. Kelly house.
So there's no age limit at his house. How about that?
But maybe, but no.
You never heard age ain't nothing but a number.
So you do agree that he's a. So you do agree. But no, what I'm saying is that
Hey,
if I
his
have kids,
club let you in no matter
if
what
I have
your
kids
age.
over my house and they're under the drinking age and I'm out here drinking and having a good time and giving it to the kids and it was reported to the police, I'm responsible for that.
That was not reported to the police. I'm gonna need you
If it
to
was
stop
reported
hypothetically
to the
taking a
police.
fact
But
pattern.
maybe he was thinking ahead.
He wasn't thinking ahead. He was thinking with ahead.
Exactly. That's why he said 21.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't make
So
sense.
you don't believe she was 16?
No. I believe she was 16.
Okay.
I don't believe she told R. Kelly that she was 19. And I don't. And if she did,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe she told R. Kelly she was 16. Okay? I believe she told him she was 19.
Right.
Here's what I don't believe. I don't believe she told him she was 16 until after the consensual sexual encounter. Or maybe during, when she probably was clueless in participation. See what I'm saying? Hold on, I don't know how to do that. You know I'm really 16. I'm gonna tell you the
That's
truth.
what I was gonna say. See, we on the same
Ah.
page. I was thinking like she told him, like most young girls who trying to date an older guy. Oh, I'm 16. With R. Kelly, oh yes, I'm 19.
Yeah.
I'm 19. Then when the act of the sex
Started.
she was like, hold up,
I don't know about that.
I'm
I don't know
actually
about
really
that.
16.
She might have confessed
and I'm
then.
a virgin.
She might
and
have
he
confessed
said, it don't matter.
No. And he said, act like you're 21.
But
Get
he
outta
still
here.
had sex with her. So you don't think she told him?
No, my point is not that he still had sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
I am focused on one thing. That testimony and whether I believe that testimony is credible.
What I'm saying
and my
is-
response is, hold on, because I'm going to take it piece by piece.
Well, piece it up then.
That testimony is not credible in my opinion because I don't believe if it was happening in the sexual encounter, right? Let's assume our hypothetical is accurate, right? Hypothetically speaking. And it was during the sexual encounter that he was getting frustrated with, wait, you're supposed to know this. You're 19.
Oh, no. I think that before, like when it was about to happen, she got scared. Like, oh,
Maybe that too.
before it happened.
Maybe that too.
And she got scared. Like,
all
I'm
we
actually
gotta do
really,
is
I'm a virgin.
All we got to do is stay within the encounter. This
Right.
is during the encounter
I'm a
that the
virgin.
confession about my age is going to come up, right?
Uh-huh.
The problem that I have is her testimony was he says to her at the time she revealed her real age, act like you're 21. I don't believe that.
Well,
If
or
she
maybe
had
don't
said-
tell nobody. Just tell people you 21.
No. Forget about just tell people. We in the moment. If her testimony was, and he said to me, don't worry about that. I'll teach you. I'll show you what to do. That's believable. That now is to me would be more credible when he finds out, oh, that's because you're inexperienced.
Can I throw
I'll
this-
show you what to
Can I
do.
throw this at you? So I heard on the news that the reason why he married Aaliyah was because she got pregnant, and they got married so that she couldn't testify against him. I heard that on the news.
That is
I heard that on news.
far-fetched.
Producer, can you look that up right quick?
Let me tell you something.
Why
Are
R. Kelly
you-
got married?
Here's the problem.
They
Here's
said
the
so.
problem.
That's why she married him, so that he couldn't testify. She couldn't testify against him.
Let me tell you something. You would be shocked to know that if you committed certain acts of statutory rape, that some statutes does not forgive that, even if you married the person, especially if the statutory rape occurred before the marriage. Then that boy is dumb, and so are his lawyers, his legal team, and everybody around him. Because if I'm a betting woman, I can guarantee you that jurisdiction where he married Aaliyah, if they found out that he married Aaliyah, because remember, a pregnancy, a doctor can tell you when a pregnancy occurred.
Right.
Right? And he has to find out she was pregnant. By the time he found out she's pregnant, she's at what, 6 weeks, 8 weeks? And an OBGYN can tell the prosecution when they anticipate this pregnancy occurred. And if they're charging this man for racketeering when there ain't no racket, you best believe that they would have charged him with statutory rape because they could have gotten experts who would testify at trial that this sexual encounter or this pregnancy occurred before the marriage date. You don't think we're going to have a marriage license to go with that?
I just think that.
And
they
what
just-
happened to the pregnancy afterwards?
She terminated it.
So why would I marry you? Why wouldn't I just let you terminate the pregnancy? People, it's got to make sense.
It do gotta make sense. I mean, that.
If it don't make dollars, it must make sense.
But that's what I'm saying.
my
though.
damn
The
rap.
media just be saying anything.
Yes, because it's what? Sexy. It gets
Sexy.
people. Salacious. News alert. We've got 3 trillion television channels. To get people to watch your station, you better be pushing out some salacious stuff or you can forget it.
Yeah,
You need them. 24-hour TV, where you going to get the material?
that's true.
24-hour television, radio, news, podcast, YouTube, internet. Where you going to get your information? You got to make it up. You remember one time Cheetahs was good until they ran out of people who was cheating on each other and they started making up Cheetahs.
Are you serious?
Yes. There was a show, listeners, called Cheaters.
I remember.
And it was so good, they didn't think it was going to take off. And they were actually capturing people cheating on each other. And then when they ran out of material, they started paying people to come on their line about relationships they were not in and pretended like they were boyfriend and girlfriend cheating on each other.
Yeah, you can.
You
can
run
tell
out of
the
material.
difference. You can tell the difference.
But you can run out of material.
Yeah.
So my point is, if that is the case, R. Kelly could have easily paid for Aaliyah to have an abortion.
You got a medical trail.
And it would have been easy. It would have been easy, baby. Easy.
Medical
She
trail.
would have gone in there on a medical fictitious name, okay? Like they do all the time. Stars have babies and all kinds of crazy names because I want you to know they're in the hospital. He had the money to do it. He did not need to marry this girl to try to cover tracks that couldn't be covered by a pregnancy.
So why do you think he married her?
Because he loved her. Nobody stopped there? I'm sorry, you don't marry for love anymore, you marry for money?
I'm just saying, he got a history messing with young girls.
That's what my point is. My point is that there are other ways to get out of mess, and it has to make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. That's what judges say. You know judges say that? Judges say it's got to make sense to me.
So you don't think he was locking girls in cages?
I don't believe that. Do I believe he was a controlling individual? What's your husband say when you got to get home by a certain time? Is he controlling? Are you in a cage? When you go, oh, I got to go because my husband expect me to be back there at 5 o'clock because I got to get the kids and he need to go somewhere. And is that controlling?
I am in a Stockholm relationship.
All right then.
So is R. Kelly. So is R. Kelly and all his women.
Look at anybody in a relationship, whether same sex, opposite sex, you are controlled. You're controlled because there's things you're going to do on behalf of that person that's going to affect your schedule. Now, let's be clear. This young lady also testified in this R. Kelly situation that R. Kelly had rules for the house.
Right.
Well, let me tell y'all something. I got rules in my house. Close my refrigerator door. Do not eat the stuff that I want to eat.
They were titled Rob's
Put
rules.
the
You got
toilet
Marcia's
seat-
rules. You got
Marsha's rules, honey. Marsha's rules. We all got rules. Stop playing games and stop using stuff that you know. Stop using things that you know is foolishness because we all do it. Find something only he would do and tell me about that. And let me go, yeah, that is crazy. But to tell me there are rules of the house where he didn't want you to go roaming around his house. He didn't want you. Yes.
But they was living there.
I have valuables in my house. First of all, you know, let me talk to my black women. Black women, every black woman that's got a pocketbook. Matter of fact, this ain't even about black women. Any woman, white women, black women, Asian women, Chinese women, whatever you call yourself.
Okay.
Okay? Trans woman.
That's what I was about to say.
Hello?
Don't.
All women. I'm not leaving nobody out. Okay? You have a pocketbook? My point is this. Have you ever said, don't you go in my purse? But I live in the house, but these are your kids. But that's your husband. Don't you go in my purse. I don't want nobody in my pocketbook. So what I'm saying is we all have rules. We have rules about how we want to live our lives, and we have them with people we love. We have them with people who we live with. So to tell me that R. Kelly had rules in his house just to get me down the rabbit hole of he kept you prisoner, I'm not buying it. I can think. I'm smart enough to know.
Well,
we all have rules, people. And if you want me to convict R. Kelly for a sex offense or racketeering based on the fact that he had rules about where he kept his jewelry.
What about the child
What if he had
pornography?
expensive jewelry?
What about the child pornography?
What about expensive jewelry? Let's stop there. What if he didn't want them in there?
He should have a safe.
So what if he didn't want them where the safe was?
They not MacGyver. They ain't cracking open safes.
What if
They can't even get out their cages.
What if I don't trust that they won't? What if
They can't even get out the cage. How they cracking open the safe?
What if look. What if I can't trust them not to get out the cage and steal my shit?
Listen, it's Stockholm syndrome over there. They not leaving. They're like the elephant that you put.
So if I got Stockholm syndrome, then don't go in my room. That's part of Stockholm. Don't go in my room.
But that's what they were saying. These are the rules.
And what's wrong with that? Everybody has rules.
Every woman who is over a man's house is gonna go through his stuff.
Not
It's
while
a
he's
given.
there, ladies. Let's not play with each other. You know good and well you're not going through that man's phone unless he leave the room. When he leaves the room, you go through the phone.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. He wasn't. They
They
said
didn't-
contact the manager or Rob if they see
Correct.
someone walking around.
No.
So
If they
they-
wanted to go somewhere, her testimony, well, here you go again with your fake news. The testimony was if they wanted to go to a particular place that they were not permitted, they had to contact either
I
a
don't know
manager.
if they said that word for word.
That's
Not
what they
permitted.
said. That's what the
What
article.
was not permitted?
The writer said wherever you were not
I
allowed
don't
to
trust
go,
these writers.
then call the writer. Don't call R. Kelly. Don't call his manager either. You only have to call them two when you going in somewhere it's not
The
permitted at
writer
his
in the
house.
last article said that they was rounding up fugitives. So you really take it with
So
a grain
blame
of
the
salt.
articles writers, okay? Don't put your blame where it belongs. Not on R. Kelly and not on his
You
managers.
think he's going down?
You know what? Jurors are so foolish these days that probably is. I'm telling you, people believe the worst. People are not, and I hate to say this
You
on
think he'll
Diva
take the
Court.
stand?
I hate to say this on Diva Court. He can't take the stand. He's got other charges pending, and
Oh,
anything
okay.
he says is going to be used against him. So he just need to sit down and say the state didn't or the feds didn't prove their case. But my point is this: people believe any damn thing now. People believe there's pizzerias with Hillary Clinton in the bottom of it raping minor children. People believe that they're putting a microchip in your body when you get a vaccine. People believe
That might be true.
No. But the thing about it is, what the worst part is that when you mix half truth with that buffoonery right
No,
there.
I've seen it as well. Everything. It is a company that puts chips in people so they can do debit card, credit card.
Do you know how noticeable those chips are?
Just because you guys aren't aware of the new technology,
Are
and
you? So you're aware of it.
Oh, she. Is.
I'm alleging that anything is possible.
Are you part of the group, this focus group? Because I think they planted
I'm
the chip.
saying, they can make
I
it
think they
smaller
planted the
and
chip.
smaller
I can tell you where I think they
and
planted
smaller.
it based on how you
It's very
talking.
unnecessary to plant a chip when you're carrying the tracking device on.
You
you all
don't
the
have to.
time.
You can lose your phone. If you want to get off the grid, all you
And
gotta
when
do
you
is
lose
stop
it, I know you lost it. Because I tried.
Right, but now you can't check. You can't test. Like, if I was gonna commit a crime, right? Like, let me tell you, if I was gonna murder somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, if
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
so, let me not talk about it because just in case I do, I don't want them going back to the show and be like, "Well, they done said," so I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Remember, prosecutors don't care. They'll use this as evidence as an admission that you admitted that you committed a
Possibly.
murder. They're gonna say, "We know exactly how she did it, jurors. Look at this Diva Court episode."
She already
Remember,
pre-confessed.
in Robert Durst's trial, they played a video of a stupid movie that he participated in, and said that's why we know he killed her, because the movie made him talk about how he would murder the lady. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
keep
don't
it
want
to
to do that.
myself.
I agree. You wised up.
I
That
did.
chip is working.
I'll drink to that.
Look, that's smart. That's smart.
Will not be telling y'all how I'm committing murders.
Yeah, that was worth drinking too. Because I don't want to see that on. I couldn't even help you with that defense. They would call
You just
me.
look like
They would call me as a witness. Did you see my face? I was like, okay.
this is what we doing. Will not be able to defend you, ma'am.
Let me tell you something. I have a problem with this R. Kelly stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a problem with molesting children. I have a problem with predators. But I also have a problem with violating people's constitutional rights, manipulating evidence in order to get a particular result. The best judge I've ever seen in my entire career was a case we had in the Superior Court of Fulton County regarding drugs. And when the judge realized that the prosecution did not prove their case, the judge gave this defendant a speech that I will never forget.
What did he say?
The judge was a black female, and she says, "Listen, Mr. Drug Dealer, you're not guilty this time. But I'm telling you, if you come back, they're going to have you. Because I'm going to make sure that they do it right before I find you guilty." And that I loved. Because what she was saying to him is, it's not that I believe that you're not guilty. It's that I believe that the state did not prove the case based on what the law requires. That's justice, ladies and gentlemen. It's better for a guilty man, a guilty R. Kelly, to walk free than for an innocent man to spend a day in jail. And stop and think about this. If we start with R. Kelly and start bending the rules, faking the evidence, using the little minuscule salacious stuff to try to get convictions, who's next? And when it's you, what would you like us to do?
What about the child porn though? He's charged with that too.
You better have some child porn videos that you're going to show.
So-
Because if you have that, guess what? He'll be convicted on that count.
Yeah.
But on the racketeering count,
That's gone.
you're out.
That's
The
done.
sad part is, I don't believe the feds is charged the child porn. Remember, there's several jurisdictions that's charging him. So you have to be careful when you watch the salacious news that you don't confuse what state has what charges
Okay.
and what the feds charges are.
Okay.
You understand? But racketeering, that's not what this statute is made for. And now we're abusing the law because we want a particular outcome. That's all my message is on Diva Court episode. What are we, 17?
18.
18 is moving fast. And that's the show for today. And we will drink to that. Is that an hour or 50 minutes? Oh, before we stop, before we go. Because this drink was such a wild one, I can't even do the rest of this. I'm trying to end the show. People. Okay? But please look for our episodes every Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We push them out. Subscribe. You know what? I can't help
What's up?
this. Look for us on Spotify,
Spotify.
Apple Podcasts,
Apple.
Google Podcasts. And be sure to catch us on YouTube.
YouTube.
And now we will,
Drink to that.
and try not to go. See who the alcoholic is around here?
That's what we doing.
We got to drink to that.